was so pumped last week. Started dead last in Belgium and finished second.
Nice. Tier 2, I guess, right?
Yep. Slowest guy in the field, and I finished second. No spins, no penalties.
Well, that's kind of the first step to winning, is not screwing up.
That's a big step, yeah.
It's huge.
Man, I wish we had fucking 15, 16 guys. Come on. Ay.
I don't know if Zomagos is making it or not.
Excuse me.
I hope Zomagos gets in. I'd really like to have
Yeah, me too.
a semi-proper grid. My spot up joins, that's 13. That's reasonable.
Right.
It's
Which
just, it's like, man, it's so early in the day. I was like, man, nobody's showing up already. Like, come on. You know?
I don't understand. Well,
I don't get it either.
so
I don't know
here's
what
the
to do.
when I first joined this league, one of the rules it was maybe I don't know if it was unspoken, but it was recommended, requested. If you're not going to make it, let us know and tell us why. And I mean, these days I know that it's changed, and I'm not saying that you should, revert to that kind of thing. But I mean, it's only common courtesy. I mean, you got fucking a lot of guys that are looking forward to racing, and then you just decide that you're not going to show up. I guess if you don't have a very good reason, you don't want to really have to give a reason. But
I'm sure the people that consistently flake don't have a good reason.
right,
I'm sure they don't. And I'm not babysitting people. I don't care. Like, it's just, like, we do this for you guys. It's like, if you're not going to show up, then we're just not going to do it anymore. Like, it's people, like, and I don't want to.
be a sad fucking day.
Yeah, I don't want to, but you can't even keep 2 grids going, and we were spilling over 3 a couple seasons ago.
I know.
Now we can't keep 2. It's bad.
I think maybe it's just, we're just cycling through a bunch of guys that really don't care anymore. Hopefully we can get guys that do in here. And hey, we're up to 12. Samoglis is here. Oh, good boy.
All right, let's go. Oh my God, he made it. Might have to log into this fucking thing again. I do. God damn it.
You think if we look hard enough, if I look hard enough in the stands, I might see Puff Digital and Arbeга out there? With a fucking beer
Well,
in
we're
there.
on the pit straight this year, so yeah, you'll probably see us.
Oh, cool.
We're not sitting in the woods this year.
So you guys already have your tickets?
Oh, buddy, if we didn't get them the day we did, we wouldn't have tickets.
How long ago did you get them?
Even general admission sold out the first day the track had them on sale.
No shit. And
It's insane.
when was that?
We bought them in, I think, August, like late August.
Wow.
Like 10 months ahead of the race.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, because the race wasn't that in June or May?
Yep.
Late May?
Yeah, mid-June.
Spot Ups has joined.
There we go. All right, I'm going to get the stream going. But yeah, we just logged into the site, and I saw Grandstand 1. I clicked 3, add to basket, and it went. I was like, I can't believe it. I could not believe it.
You must have wanted to get in touch with Puff and the other guy right away.
Oh, we were all talking, so.
Oh, you are?
They knew right away. Yeah, it was just insanity. And the great part is every year the track offers you to renew your tickets before they put the public on sale. So if you choose not to renew, so if you choose not to renew, your tickets will be released to the public. So we were like, dude, we're renewing these for the rest of our lives. It's like getting season tickets at the 50. It's like getting season tickets at the 50-yard line. Like, you're never giving those up.
Right.
Right? Even if you're not going, you sell them and make a killing. So yeah, it was like hitting the jackpot. Like,
that's awesome.
I always say I have bad luck, but I think I used it up on, it's not really it's not like quite a lottery, but
no, that's
like
cool though. I mean, yeah, fan. Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna end our big GP Call-In podcast and start the race session because we're live now. We're here for round 3 of Tier 1 Season 9 Zenith Online Racing. As I mentioned, I'm Arbiga, joined by GP Colin. We were just talking about the tickets me and my friends secured for this race this year. We're going to be sitting right there on the right-hand side of the screen. You see that grandstand there? That's where we're going.
Yeah? Nice.
Oh, yeah. All right, so go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, you know how Verstappen fans, they have the orange dust things? You're going to have some, I don't know, red and white for the Canadian flag, so maybe we can spot you guys.
I think we're going to take our shirts off. We're going to paint Stroll's acronym on our chest, STR.
That's, wow.
Make sure we get on screen when he wins the race.
All right, let's see. Boy, we got a lot of cars on track.
Yeah, everybody's out. Looks like some August is pushing. We're going to ride on board with him. He was struggling to get into the lobby, but he got it all up and running. His TV's on, and Toblerone has joined again. So we do have a mix. We have 4 guys on PC, or sorry, 3 on PC and 1 on Xbox now. So we are truly embracing the crossplay.
Yeah, hopefully that can help the numbers. Attendance numbers.
I mean, we're definitely going to be able to find drivers a little easier now if we can take any platform, right? But even my advertising hasn't been working. Like, it is, this game I think a large portion of the community is just not interested. I mean, it's weird, man. Like, I think in the past, like, we'd have guys that race in other leagues and they would find a way to race in ours too, but it's probably become this, how frustrating the game has been for a lot of people. It's not like you kind of just do your 1 or 2 races a week. You're not looking for 3 or 4 anymore because you find yourself not enjoying it as much.
Right.
I wonder if that maybe is the reason why we struggle to pick up people every time we recruit. But riding with Lunar now, the Mercedes. I really like this track, honestly. I mean, everybody likes to shit on it, but... So I'll show you. Last year we were like right around, not there, on board with Lunar.
Yep.
So right about here on the left, right there.
Uh-huh.
Just like between the 2 bridges over in that little back end part.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was GA, so we were just kind of
So
It was just so bloody busy, man. Like the GA, like if you're not in there at like 9 a.m., you're kind of like you're not getting against the fence.
so now you guys, you're going to see the starting grid and the finish
Yeah,
line.
and the pit lane and everything. It's gonna
Yeah,
be insane, man. Like
cool.
we're like kind of in the, I think we're around like spot 7, 8 on the grid roughly. Like that's gonna be like right in front of us. So pretty, it's like hitting the like I said, man, hitting the jackpot. Um, really, really excited for that.
Sniper falls in. Ooh.
Yeah, he's pretty competitive times at the top there. So Lightning, Toblerone, and Spot Up aren't going to be setting lap times. Everybody else will be good to go. Sniper's a full-time reserve, so he can qualify.
What happened to my telemetry? Huh.
I usually turn the telemetry off during qualifying.
Yeah, but nobody's watching my screen.
Yeah. Sorry, I mean actually during the race. I usually leave it on during qualifying so I can see if they're pushing or not.
Yeah.
Because of the battery. It's like Jinnit. Jinnit is pushing, I believe.
He's up a quarter of a second.
It looks like he did like a semi warm-up lap the first run.
Yeah, he didn't. Well, actually, it didn't even. Oh, he did record a time, but yeah, 1:16. That's obviously pretty slow for him.
Yeah.
Matt Legend.
No, I don't imagine he's. I don't imagine he was fully pushing. I think he would be. You don't have to start on the same tires anymore, right? So
nope.
There's no huge loss to running them for 2 laps if you can still actually get a good time. There we go, P5 for Jinnit.
Wow, only freaking 6,000ths of a second behind Mario World.
Yeah, I think this is going to be another pretty competitive race here. Lunar, sort of the fastest at the moment. I think Rex has been someone who's been generally the fastest driver out there for us. It's just the consistency that's been hurting him. So I think he'll be, I would imagine Rex going to be challenging for that pole position.
So I used his setup in Belgium, and I asked him about it. And I asked him if he had changed any of the setup from his time trials, and he says, no, not really, he says, but be careful, it's very slippery. Mm-hmm. And sure enough, as I was trying it out, I was spinning in practices. But it worked out really good, as I mentioned earlier, too. And so I know that this guy is fast, and he runs slippery setup. And
yeah,
he should be close to the top. But this lap sucks. Oh, that was his out lap. My bad.
Yeah, he wasn't pushing. He now is going. I would probably explain the lack of consistency. Like, he's probably just looking for the fastest top speed he can get, and then, you kind of just try to make sure you're not asking the car to do too much in the corners and getting on the power as early as you can, right?
Right. Yep. Yeah, and Belgium is one of those tracks that, for me anyways, at almost every turn, if you're not careful on throttle, you're going to go around.
This track is similar too. I mean, it's a lot of little chicanes and then just flat out, right? So
Yep.
I think, a similar style of driving. And if you can make those kind of setups work for you, sometimes it benefits in the race situation when you are relying on DRS and overtaking on straights. If your car is just got a higher maximum top speed, you can kind of counteract the DRS a little bit. Oh, he's into the wall of champions a little bit there. Double tap, rear, front, and then straightened it out. So
and still, hairy. Yeah, probably lost a good nearly half a second because of that.
Yeah,
0.3 anyways.
Not many cars out today in the race, but the people are still running into one another a lot on track. There's a lot of groups, right?
So everybody that can set a time has, right? The last 3 guys can't set a time. Is that correct? Spot up.
Yeah, those guys are not to be qualifying because of
Okay.
the reserve rules. Sniper is good to participate as normal though, and I'm glad to see he's right up the front. That'll mix things up a little bit.
I'm going to ride on board with my fellow New Englander, PWR Asylum. Currently, last place in terms of setting a time. But he's faster than that.
I think he's just starting his lap now.
Yep.
He was on the out lap there, so yeah. Let's give Asylum a little bit of airtime here. We'll see how his run is. Because it looks like he is probably our only driver on a flyer at the moment.
And he's
Mario might be finishing a lap.
Asylum is one of those drivers I consider as very consistent.
Yeah.
Not flashy, doesn't really take himself out of races. He's just always there, looking to fight to the end. He's up half a second, nearly 3/4 of a second on his time. So that brings him, yeah, right down at the upper 110s. This could be a really good time. Looking at P4, P5 potentially. Can really cut this corner. He could have cut it a little more. This should be a pretty good time. Yeah. There you go, P5.
Lighting Bud needs a invite, so...
Lighting Bud. I do not have him.
No, I don't either.
Okay, you want me to go look for him? I can go look for him while you... let's see. Well... I'm going back to the, main. So is it lightning bud? Just LIT or GHT? LIGHT, I assume. Lighting bud. Lighting bud. If you go into general leagues, okay. Okay, you got him. Yeah, lighting bud. Okay. Let's see. I'll still. Might as well. Lighting bud. Lighting bud 95. Oh, not coming up. Oh well. So what are we calling VVVRRRTTTSSS? Verts?
Verts.
Verts is up a fraction on his time through the first sector. Approaching the end of sector 2, he is now down on his time. Very good coming around that hairpin though. Nice and tight. Seye is up half a second on his time, and that would put him in the P2, competing with Pole. Coming down the back straight here. Just needs to get through this chicane well, and he's going to be looking at a top 2, I would expect. He can negotiate through here. Very well done. That's how you can cut that corner. Oh, yes, he's got the pole. Provisional. Seye's provisional pole by 2/10, nearly 2/10.
Yeah. And he's got a headache.
I know it, huh? He's always got something wrong with him.
That's what I said. I was like, buddy, you gotta take better care of yourself. Every week something's wrong.
No, but he's but he's here every week, and he's pretty much there on Wednesdays too. So
he's the new Packer. He's always I don't know. He shows up anyway, beats everybody. Hilarious.
I got to root for him because he was rooting for me on last Wednesday.
So say coming back around, looks like he's low on fuel or driving slow, one of the two. Jinnit, I believe, is just about to start his flyer, so we'll ride with Jinnit.
He wasn't messing around on that outlap either.
No. Not pushing.
Ooh. Split up half a second, nearly 6/10, which will put him P2, potentially P3.
Seriously wants an invite now. Get him in quick.
You want me to go get him?
No, I'm going to get him.
Okay.
I think he's got to join before we move over to the. I don't have him. Fuck.
Excuse me. So
if you
Jen,
have him, invite him.
Let's see. Cersei, who are we looking for? Okay. Cersei. Oops. What am I trying to do here? Okay, I gotta go there. Yep, nope, I do have them. I'm
Just click X on him. It should invite him.
That's what I tried to do, and I don't know why I didn't, but let me try it again. So I'm going into my friends list. You're saying I shouldn't be going into my friends list?
No, just push start and go to invite.
Okay, I'm gonna go back here. Start. That's not getting me to invite. Okay, what the fuck, GP?
Invites and requests on the menu there. Like you're in the game, right?
I'm in the game, yeah.
Yeah, so just press start and then scroll down 2 or 3. Invites and requests.
Scroll down 2.
Like you're in the menu, right?
So I'm back at basically the main menu, yeah. Well, like I said, so I'm in the game. You're telling me to hit the start button, or the PlayStation button, right?
No. Are you in the? You're in the race session still, right?
Yeah. I'm watching Sniper right now.
So you press like the start button, options or whatever it is.
Ah, there we go. Options.
Yeah.
Invites and requests. Okay, gotcha. Friends, let's go. Okay, tell them I'm on my way.
Yeah. We got two. You got 2 minutes. You better hope
Yeah, yeah.
these guys on
GP.
track don't
Yeah,
cross the line.
don't worry, GP's on it. It might
I
take
know.
a
I was
while. Oh,
Mario. Well,
motherfucker.
Mario ended it. He doesn't want more competition.
Is it impossible now to get him in here? Or?
No, no. You just invite him.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
gonna
he. I
try.
think he's still got time.
Yeah, it kicked me out of that part. So let's see. Motherfucker. Excuse my language. Everybody who's
Yeah, I
listening in.
don't know if you can do anything now. You didn't send it though.
I
You're still
couldn't.
going through
As soon as I got to him, it blocked it and
uh,
sent me back.
and for two whole minutes, you were pushing the wrong button.
Yes.
It's so sad.
Well,
He could have been in.
it doesn't
He
say
would have had
start,
time.
Vega. It says options. It doesn't
Well,
say
I'm
start.
sorry. It was the start button for 30 bloody years, so
Okay.
I kind of just figured you
Let's
knew what it
see.
meant.
No, not GP.
No,
Is
I
it
know. I
too
should've
late?
known. I don't know. We'll
I'm
get into
gonna
the
try.
lobby.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Someone's gonna ready up though, I bet.
I hope not.
Oh, someone will. We got too many reserves tonight.
Come on. Let's go. All right. As soon as I can. Okay. Invites and requests. Friends. Seriously sucks. Where are you, buddy? Seriously sucks right there. Invite friend. Oh, what the hell? Why did that move away from him?
You push X in it. You've never used the Indian.
Maybe I pressed X. Okay, there we go. I did it.
Yeah.
Hey, GP did it.
I don't know if he's gonna get a car though.
Oh, I hope he does. I mean, if it let him in here, it's got to give him a car, doesn't it? The game. Excuse me. Excuse me. So this is exciting. What are we up to? 14? Maybe even 15 drivers now?
I don't think Cersei's getting a car though.
Oh. That's ridiculous. Fuck.
And lighting Bud's out too because he can't get back in. This game, man, I'm telling you.
Fuck.
No wonder nobody shows up. I also just drank a sip of my alcohol. We're all feeling it. Not gonna lie, it was a pretty full glass of wine there, and it's gone already.
Well, we got more to go to? There you go. I can hear it. How you do?
Yeah. Damn right I do. Damn right I do.
Excuse me.
Haven't heard the cat yet today, huh?
No, I'm not hearing the cat. What's up with Beck?
He's sleeping in his bed over by the heater right now.
What, did you get home early or something? Get a chance to give him some love?
Oh no, I was off today, so he's been sleeping with me all day basically.
Oh, cool.
It's a holiday, right? So.
Yep, nice. Oh, that sucks. We couldn't get fucking Cersei in here. Huh, that sucks, Cersei.
Yeah.
In my defense, though, it is 8:30.
Oh no, he was definitely like he came in very late to try and join.
Yeah.
And
highly
all I
commendable.
had to say was options instead of start.
Yeah.
And I think he'd be here, but it was. I went to my friends list first also and didn't have him, and I was like,
Fuck.
Like, then it was like, oh, you're like, I have them. I'm like, all right, I'll invite them. And you're like, oh, how do I
Yeah.
do that? I was
How
like,
do I do
uh-oh.
that?
Uh-oh. There is a way to do it through the friends list too, but
Oh, fuck. Seriously, you had to leave. That sucks.
well, too bad he can't jump in the other car that was abandoned.
Yeah. Yeah, no shit. Well, you know what, Bigga? We've got 13 guys that are here.
12.
I see. Oh, fuck. I still see his name up there, but
I can't
damn.
get him. Yeah, he can't join. He's like, I keep getting your invites, but it says I can't connect, and it's like, oh, I don't know, man. What are we supposed to do?
Fuck.
Can't restart the lobby for one guy.
No, but you could start it for 2 guys. I'm kidding. Cersei would be the second guy.
True. Yeah, we could actually have 2 extra drivers, but bloody shame.
Well, we got 12.
We've just wasted so much time already, you know. Like, we really need to get things rolling, so can't really afford to have another system restart. Look at that. Say getting his car pointed, eh?
Look at him. Oh, yeah, he ain't messing around.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got.
Well, let's get round 3 underway. Season 9 of Tier 1. We got 5 lights on. And we're racing in Canada. Arbiga and Puff going crazy in the stands.
So say
a
on
little
the...
bit of contact there. Who's Lunar is dropped as well? He's ghosted right now for some reason. Okay, he seems to be okay. Maybe had to pause for some reason. Okay, looks like we're through clean. Everybody got through okay. I didn't see any wings fly off. Nobody's spun.
So you got Mario World on the hards splitting Janet and Saye. So Saye,
That's a good start
Janet,
for Janet actually.
yeah, he's definitely going to want to get by though. Obviously, get by Mario World and Saye both.
This will be spicy. Both drivers penalized last week for their on-track incident.
That's true, huh? That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so hopefully they get side by side and it doesn't end like it did last week. I would pretty much prefer to see them both continue on and not get penalized.
Yeah, I don't think there's any bad blood between them, so that's a good thing.
No, it was weird because I was praising, I didn't see the collision, but I was praising how they were like sort of rivals but also race clean all last season. And then I see the incident reports after the race and I was like, oh, bloody hell. What are you guys doing?
So close.
Yeah.
I find it interesting, you know, why would Mario World start on the hards? What kind of advantage could that possibly be? I guess maybe if there's inclement weather coming, if it was going to rain later on and he wanted to get to the rain on the hards, that would make sense.
I mean, it definitely could rain. Like, the weather does change quick in Montreal. You can kind of see some gray in the background, I would think.
Yeah.
Wouldn't say it's like perfectly clear. So that's definitely a possibility, but also you're starting that far up the field. If you can, like what he's doing right now basically is kind of screwing up the guys on mediums behind him.
Absolutely.
And it puts him in a position to be able to
I think Janet's got him though.
Overtake and pass these guys later in the race. Yeah, I think we got the DRS now, so we're going to see Janet carve his way through. It's a little early.
Verts is right there too.
Yeah, Verts almost squeaked through. I was going to say Janet came across a little early there. He kind of clipped the wing of Mario. I don't know if there's any damage, but he definitely gave it a little nudge.
It seems to be intact.
Yeah, it wasn't like egregious or anything, but it was like it's probably if he had just waited like 0.005 seconds more, he would have been well clear. Just a little extra tiny fraction of a second more. But now it's Jinnit and Saye again. Jinnit, the master of race pace. Saye, the outright pace. Stuck it on pole. Jinnit started 5th. I mean, this is it's actually pretty important that Jinnit got a good qualifying tonight because he's been starting further back and still converting it into podiums so far. But now he's got a P5 start and now challenging for the win early in the race. So good news
Bert's
for him.
gets by Mario.
Yeah, McLaren looking strong here. Jinnit and Vert's good team. Currently sitting second and third.
And Rex is now right behind Mario as well.
And Vert's on the hard as well, so this is brilliant news for Jinnit. Jinnit now can focus on Seiya in front. Vert's should be able to hold the field up behind on these hards, and it'll allow Jinnit and Seiya to find themselves a nice gap to pin into. So Vert's is going to be not intentionally playing the team game, but he's going to help his teammate out a lot here by being the front runner of the rest of the field on the hard tire. Rex in big trouble here. He needs to make some moves. I think Rex is going to be challenging.
Lunar almost bit it. Almost binned it.
Rex is going to be challenging. Oh, there's a bit of contact there.
Yeah, there was. Oh, and a wing. Somebody lost a wing.
Mario, I believe Mario went into the back of Vert, and Rex went into the back of him. So we've got two broken wings here. Mario and Rex, I think, both carrying damage. Mario maybe saying no damage. I think he was doing a little, no, I'm good.
Yeah, it looked like his wing was intact there.
Yeah, he looks okay, but we do see Rex has gone into the pit, so it's a little bit early for a pit stop. Rex obviously going to be a little frustrated with that, but I think he may have just missed his braking point and he just ran into the back of Asylum. Actually, I'm not too sure though. Like, I wonder if Asylum had to overreact. Sorry, Mario. I wonder if Mario had to overreact and Rex. Man, I'm all over the place with the names. Rex just didn't have time to do anything about it because he was already committed to the braking point. That's probably what happened. It was just a little weird, the angle we had. Great shot we've got here, though, on the front nose of the Ferrari. So we enter the hairpin now. So Mario trying to put some pressure on Verts, but you see that little tangle they had has given Jinnit and Seiya a lot of breathing space. So those two don't really have anybody to worry about behind. Sniper, obviously, on the mediums. I would say in the next few laps, the best of the mediums are going to be used up, so I don't think that he's really a threat to Jinnit and Seiya at this stage. So looks like it's a pretty much a two-horse race unless somebody on the reverse strategy can do some damage.
How far would you say, how long could they take these mediums? Maybe 20? I'm sorry, not 20. My mistake.
Say 10 laps.
10?
And then you'd be going... No, not 10.
Maybe more like 15.
Yeah, sorry, I was really bad at math. I was thinking,
that's okay.
Yeah, 12 to 15 for the mediums, and then about 15, 20.
Yeah.
About 20 to 25 on the hards is probably doable. So
Jinnit and Seiya really, I mean, even if they get a little closer to each other, they really gotta. I would expect that they would work together to try to just get away and not battle too much.
I highly doubt that's going to happen.
No, I'm saying what should happen, not what will.
Yes.
Not what will.
But two normal, law-abiding citizens, of course. But these are fierce rivals. They're not gonna try to work together because one of them might leave the other one in the dust.
Yeah. Well, they're doing a fantastic job right now. They built a 3-second lead. Actually, Jinnit's 3 seconds up.
Yeah.
On Vert, so.
Yeah, Vert's his teammate holding down the fort. I'm really glad we got the crossplay working for him because he stuck around in the lobby all last season. Couldn't really race because he was on Xbox and we couldn't run crossplay. It was just so horrendous. But he's getting in the mix, and him and Jinnit are a really strong team, and he's had a really good start to the season. I think last week something happened. I think his power was out or something last week, so he couldn't race. But he had a good first race, and now he's looking strong for a podium potentially here in the third race of the season. And he'll be contributing to the McLaren points total as well. So good to see. We got Asylum and Zamoglis putting some pressure on Carson there. Carson also carrying a time penalty already, so not having the greatest night so far. I like the hairpin grandstands. I would like to sit down there. We sat in years ago. I sat down on the exit of the hairpin. Essentially, it's kind of like on the back end of it,
Yeah.
just a little further up where that little kink is. And yeah, they're pretty cheap tickets, but it's a cool spot to be.
Yeah, I think you guys definitely upgraded though.
Oh, big time. Yeah.
Big time.
It'd be hard to not use those tickets every year, but we were saying like, like we keep renewing these every year. We keep renewing these every year, and we're gonna get to a point, maybe like 2-3 years of sitting in the pit street. We'll go, you know what? Let's sell them at the peak, the peak price we can get for them, and we'll grab some tickets in another grandstand for that particular year, and use the money you made to cover those tickets and maybe some of your hotel costs or something, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, yeah, let's sit somewhere else this year and let's, sell our tickets and
You might want to
money towards everything.
You might want to secure the other tickets first and then sell yours.
I think that would be the move. Yeah, it would kind of be like, make sure you got them another good pair first, and then you pivot and you sell those other ones, right?
Yeah, because otherwise, I mean, boy, you guys could find yourself watching it on TV.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do anything silly like that. I don't see how how it gets much better. I mean, the thing is, we can't see the first couple corners from where we are, right? Like, once they go around that bend, like, they're kind of out of your view.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean,
we'll
like
be
you
able to
said,
see them come into the chicane and down the straight, though. That would be cool.
And the pit stops, you'll get to see that too.
Course. And the podium ceremony, the end of the race, like, like, all that stuff's right there, right? So it'd be really cool for us. Like, we can stay in our grandstand seat and watch the whole, like, post-race celebration, which I've never got to see live personally yet, right? So.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, like, we're usually so far from the podium that it's hard to make it there before it's over, right?
Looks like Mario
really good
is.
Little battles going here, though.
Yeah, looks like Mario. Yeah, Verts is starting to. He's the caboose at the front rather than the train engine.
Yeah.
That doesn't make much sense, GP.
No, it doesn't. Really.
No, it doesn't. But they're starting to train behind him. That sounds better, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. DRS train forming behind him. But you know what? No one's quick enough to get by him. So, like I said, this is huge for Jinnit and Say. It really just eliminates anybody in competition. Those two are out front on mediums. They're going to have to put the hards on. And the undercut, how strong is an undercut with a fresh set of hards around here? Like, is that something Jinnit needs to consider, or is an overcut potentially better because there'll be a cold lap of hard to start?
Yeah, it's not a very long lap.
No, and I would think that by the end of probably the second lap, your hards would be in prime temperature. I can't imagine it within a lap they'd be working as great as mediums would be.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something that's going to come into consideration for those two. Jinnit's also picked up a penalty already, so really Say in control here. He's got the cushion, he's got the time penalty in his pocket as well, so now he just really needs to focus on being consistent, driving smart, and yeah, just nail the pit stop window and hopefully bring it home.
So Verts just gets out of that hairpin turn so much better than Mario, because he's built himself up like 0.6 before the DRS, so that's just Mario's just not close enough to make that up.
Yeah, and I've noticed he's been doing a good job breaking the toe down the pit straight as well. So Mario really, if you don't make that move into the Wall of Champions chicane there, it's really tough to get it done down the pit straight, unless the driver makes an error coming out of the chicane. It's a little bit too short to make a move. But I would say now, Mario is a driver on hard tires, so there's not really a grip advantage for him. I would say Sniper at this point has lost his grip advantage on the mediums. There's no way they're quicker than the hards at this stage.
Probably not.
No. They're probably, 50, 60% worn now.
But you know what? He's
At least
doing it.
50, 60% through the pit cycle, at least. Maybe
He's
not that much wear, but
he's still doing a really good job coming out of that hairpin. He's able to utilize the DRS and stay close to Mario. He can potentially extend the life. Well, maybe not extend the life, but he may be able to extend a lap or two because of that DRS. You take those tires just a little bit farther. Not necessarily that he want. Oh, and he just picked up a 3-second penalty.
yeah, it's really easy to get penalties here. I feel like most guys are going to have one by the end. I was going to say the battle with Zimaglis and Carson has been going on for quite some time. He's just been stuck there.
Yeah, the positions have been pretty much stagnant. It really hasn't been much shuffling around at all.
No.
Gonna need the pit cycle and a potential VRS, VC, VRS. Excuse me, VSC. I hate to wish for a safety car, but it's something like that to really change things up.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. Yeah, I mean, it's an easy track to crash in for sure.
Yeah, the walls
Say
are...
may have had a moment because Jinnit is closing up again. 5-second gap that Jinnit has behind him now too, so it really just is between these two.
Yeah, so this is interesting. I mean, so who pits first? Or do you, as Jinnit, do you wait until, say, 8 boxes? And much to your point earlier, it's like, is there an advantage to, which way is the advantage? Pit early or pit late?
I think if you were going hard to medium, undercut is doable. I think when you're going medium to hard, you're not really going to have a great first lap on those hards. And I think that the other driver will be able to cover it off by coming in as well. So I think overcut probably is the way, but you need to make sure you have enough life to actually do something with that. So it is really, I think it's down to really fine margins between these two right now, and it's going to come down to who blinks first. And it could be something as simple as, who does the pit sequence better, who hits those purples, and maybe one guy hits a red and costs himself half a second. And
Tubler won with a penalty.
Yeah. For the most part, the guys that won't count are at the back, so that's kind of easy for us to sort the grid from there. Lighting Bud's not even in the car, so he's obviously going to be eliminated.
Oh, here we go. Lap 14. Who's either one of them coming in?
Watching
not say
Mario again. Like I said, Bert's just getting that nice exit.
Jin is boxing, and Seiya stayed out.
That's interesting. I wonder if Jinnit saw the gap.
He had a... Okay, no, that was... Okay, I thought he had a 5-second penalty or something, but it was just the game.
Yeah, I think he was just a visual delay. Zimaglis is going to be behind Jinnit. Jinnit's going to be coming out behind Carson on very old hard tires.
Mario picked up a 3-second penalty.
That's good news for Bert's. Yeah, Jinnit looking really tentative on these hards. I can't see how you're getting an advantage on them. I would think if say it doesn't come in this lap, then maybe Jinnit can get him. The other thing too is Jinnet's tires will be warm, and he'll probably close up to Seiya as he's exiting the pits. By the time Seiya comes in, right?
He is boxing.
I think he has to. Seiya might have to be extra cautious leaving the pits, and that might give Jinnet a chance to capitalize, because he's going to have probably a full lap of much warmer tires in his to his advantage, right?
Yeah.
So
and
where is Seiya right now?
He is coming out in front of him.
Is he in front of Carson as well? He is. That's huge for Seiya. Huge.
Big.
Jinnet can't even put the pressure on because Seiya is in front of Carson, but is Carson going to have a chance to maybe scoot by?
Yeah, and Carson's not slow, so Jinnet might have a lap or two before he can get by, and by that point, Seiya's tires will be up to temperature.
Yeah, I think that's it for Jinnet. He's probably just gonna have to bring it home and focus on second for the. Unless he can get by here, then maybe he can take a final stab at it, but he's got to get by here.
As far as the weather goes, it looks to be holding steady. I don't see it getting any worse. The clouds, if anything, it might have brightened up a little bit more. Fewer clouds.
If Carson didn't... Oh, there's a
we got a yellow.
Out. He's the lost in the wall champions, I believe, yep.
And
that's
we have
the Magnussen spot. It's a full
safety car. I was going to say that's
safety car.
That's what Jinnet needed. Now you got everybody in front of him other than Seiya is going to be boxing, so he's going to be right there with Seiya again.
Yep. Yep, that's huge. I'd say the only thing that he's got to be concerned about now is that he's lost his cushion to the cars behind when he's got that penalty. So.
Yeah, and the guys that are going to be boxing are boxing onto medium, so there's not much comfort there for Seiya and Jinnet either. In Seiya's favor, though, having Jinnet behind you is not a bad thing. There's going to be it's going to be hard for anybody behind Jinnet to get by Jinnet.
Yeah, that's for sure. I would still be concerned about it, though. Seiya, I mean, that had worked out perfectly for Seiya. He had a car between him and Jinnet, and that would give him the cushion he needed to keep Jinnet off his tail. But Jinnet's going to have an opportunity now to potentially restart the race in DRS range if he gets it right. Seiya is going to have to be smart about when he drops the power on the restart.
So Seiya, no problem passing these.
Jinnet's spinning again.
Oh no! Did he get damage? What's going on here?
I don't think he did. I think he just wants
he's
to be
going
on
to the mediums. Oh, smart move! How far is he going to fall back?
Oh, he's going to be behind everybody ahead of him.
Toblerone is staying out, so I think he's going to come out ahead of Zimoglis. Potentially, it's going to be close. Yeah, he's going to come out ahead of Zimoglis, so P8.
Well, he's essentially giving up all the places to the guys behind him.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Damn.
But I mean, if the mediums are the better tire, say it might just get picked apart anyways.
So in front of Jinnet, the big Tobler one is 17 lap old hards. Carson in second is on 17 lap old hards. So those guys have yet to box. So Jinnet technically is P6 right now.
Yeah, I don't know why those guys haven't pit. Unless they're going to try to go to the sauce, but I don't think that's a good idea at all.
That's not going to work. Well, they'd have to do...
Well, Carson counts. I don't know what he's thinking. Toblerone has nothing to lose because he doesn't count. So maybe he's thinking, oh, maybe I can do hard to soft. Let's try it. And I'll know for my race later this week, right?
Well, at this point, right, I mean, these guys on the hards, if they were to box right now, they'd have to do nearly 18 laps on those mediums, which is really pushing it. So I think they were probably stuck between a rock and a hard place. It's like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't.
Yeah.
And you know, they didn't. So we'll see how it works out for them. You know, they can hope for another safety car. But yeah, I think that's one of those times where it's like you didn't want that safety car coming out now.
No, not at all.
They needed a couple more laps, I think. So Seye has Carson behind him on 18 lap hold hards, and then the medium runners come up, fresh medium runners, P3, 4, and 5, Verts, Mario, and Lunar. All very fast drivers, so Seye, I guess I'd be hoping that Carson wants to extend those hards a couple, 3 laps maybe, and maybe he can hold some of these guys back.
I think he has to at this point. You already stayed out.
I
just wonder, you know, how much better are these mediums going to be than the hards at the end of the race? Like, I think if you're going to strike, it's got to be now. And I think the folly with Jinnett's decision here is that by the time he gets anywhere near Seye, the best of his tires will probably be gone.
Yeah, good point.
So I think he may have just taken himself out of this race.
Yeah, because he really, I don't see him passing the medium runners right now. I mean, he's not going to get by Verts, Mario, and Lunar to get back to where he was before.
No, especially with the train we saw. Right.
And go ahead.
No, sorry, just like everyone was struggling to make overtakes. And even one car to get by one car was struggling. Forget about 3 or 4 that are clumped together.
So if I think this through a little bit here, so if Jinnett stayed out, you know, he's in P2 on, you know, now 4 lap old hards, 3 lap old hards for him. Actually, there would have been 4, but anyways, I would have expected that the medium runners behind me would probably overtake me at some point, and I would fall 2 or 3 spots anyways. So at that point, I guess, you know, if you're looking at P5, P6, staying out on the hards, do you take a chance, maybe get onto the mediums, that maybe you could be a bit more competitive and get by maybe Lunar and Mario? It's a stretch, but I'm just trying to see if there is some way that it could work out for him, or there was a logical...
For Jinnett?
Yeah, a logical strategic decision. And I don't know if I'm explaining myself right, but I mean, if he had stayed out there, you can almost guarantee that those guys would have probably overtaken him. And so could he have been thinking, well, I'm going to be overtaken anyways. Maybe I ought to just get on the faster tire and try to get back to where I would have been if I just stayed out on the hards anyways and be on a better tire.
We're racing again, but yeah, no, that's a very good point. I didn't really think about that aspect. Like maybe he's thinking, hey, I would have got picked off anyway. Why not just get on equal terms with them and start with a clean slate here, right? Because I mean, look at Mario and Verts already have gone sailing by Carson, and I think Seye is going to be a sitting duck at this point. I think, yeah. Jinnett may have caught Seye out there. Like, Seye, I think, you know, if he had pit, surely Jinnett would have stayed out. You got to imagine, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that was if he goes in, I'm staying out. If he doesn't, I'm going in. And yeah, I mean, maybe playing 4D chess here. He's not really thinking about who wins this race. Maybe he's just thinking, I finish ahead of Seye. Right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think, like you said, I think they're sitting ducks.
Seye with a huge bobble there, those cold hards, and that has given Verts a really nice run. The only thing is, he doesn't have the DRS, and that might be his closest shot. Without the DRS, he's not going to be able to get it. Verts has been quick down the straights, though. Look at him hanging on. I think he's got a shot into turn 1. He's going to have a crack, I think. Oh, it's not close enough.
Fastest
I
lap.
think he was close enough. I just don't think he wanted to send it. Yeah, no, he was flying there.
This is great stuff. This is awesome.
Yeah.
All these
really
strategies, different tires. Oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, and we got Carson somehow has made his way by Sniper, and that's probably frustrating Jinnit, who's going to be looking to get by both these drivers very shortly. And then, basically, as you mentioned, he puts himself basically right on the back of the other medium runners once he clears those cars.
Yep.
And you can see Seiya struggling. He's under serious threat here, and I think Verts and Mario probably have a good 5 or 6 laps before these tires are not good enough to make an overtake, so they're more than likely they're going to get ahead of Seiya here once that DRS kicks on.
I'm amazed at the gap between these medium drivers after only a lap and a half, 2 laps here.
Yeah, they're really pulling away.
Yeah, quite a separation between themselves. I would have thought that
lap there. He's made it by Sniper and Carson on that lap, so
there you go.
Game
and
on.
There he is. He's right where I thought. I mean, he could have been thinking that he's going to fall to that position anyways. Might as well be on the better tire.
Oh, and he picks up a penalty.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
You know what though? DRS is on, so it's really now it's Verts and Seiya racing heads up here. Mario, Jinnit, and Lunar all in play as well. So there's a lot to sort. Obviously, the penalties are going to become a factor as we get towards the end of the race. I'm sure we see probably one of these guys without one pick one up at some point. We know Jinnit's got 2 now. So he's going to have a little bit of work to do to try and cover these guys off. But I think right now at this point it's just damage control for Jinnit. He's hoping Seiya will struggle and these guys can finish ahead of him, and he just kind of minimizes loss to this to the group in front of him. So Verts, I think they said DRS is enabled. He does have.
I believe
DRS.
so.
Yeah, he just did knock it close enough there. So I think Seiya is working his battery magic again.
He has at 80%, and Verts is at 67.
Oh, big slide for Seiya. That's huge. Oh, and they're wheel to wheel. Seiya, I don't know how he made that corner.
Good driving. I think Verts just kind of gave up the position more, or wanted to live to fight another day because that wouldn't have been good.
I don't think Seiya was going to let him go. So
I really like that. I mean, he could have fought him, but I think it would have been the end of his race. And so he's still fighting now.
Yeah. And if you see that Seiya's done this a few times now, you got to be thinking, well, he's just going to do it again, and the next time I pounce, right?
Yeah, and Mario World now has joined the party. And Lunar's not far behind. They've closed that separation I was talking about before. The medium tire drivers had seemed to spread out a bit, and now they're all together.
Lunar is close enough to have a look here, and there's Verts having a real good look. And did Seiya lose a bit of power on the exit there again? I think he had a little bit of wheel spin there. And here comes Verts down the inside.
Oh, no!
Seiya completely closed the door there. I gotta say, he has not left the space he deserved. I don't think Seiya had a right to close that gap. To me, that was Verts' move was done. I think Seiya had to let that go. I'd be shocked if he isn't penalized for that.
That's tough. Oh my God.
I don't like to jump to conclusions live because it is tough to tell sometimes, but to me that was that door was slammed shut, and there was a Mercedes also made contact. I think it might have been Lunar. He may have picked up some damage through that process as well, so we could have a two-car incident here. Yeah,
somebody did run into Verts as he was spinning. I don't know who it was because I was on board with Verts, but I could tell somebody hit him as he was spinning.
Yeah, and I know Jinnit definitely listens to the stream while we're racing, I believe. So
hi, Jinnit.
Hi, Jinnit. Don't screw up.
Yeah.
Don't hit that wall. But no, I mean, I would say I'm gonna say that's like a 90% lock that he's getting at least a 5-second penalty. So now Jinnit can kind of use that and now he's carrying 6 seconds of penalties. So if he manages to get ahead and finish maybe 1 or 2 seconds ahead of CAA, now he can probably bank on the steward's room to hand him the victory. Now that's something to consider going into these final 10 laps here. Really, really feel bad for Verts. I think he did everything right. He was on the right tire. He made the move. I think he was. I mean, he was at least completely neck and neck with CAA at that stage. There was no. Was he far enough alongside or not? No, he was there. Like, it was 100% wheel to wheel. So I just don't see how you can move across the track like that and get away with it. It's just unfortunate. I kind of get it, but hey, hate to see stuff like that.
That's why we have stewards.
Yeah, exactly. And I think CAA, I think that's just CAA thinking, if I get passed here by this guy on mediums, I'm in big trouble. To say, though, yeah, it's tough. I mean, who's to say he wouldn't have been able to hang with him and maybe take a strike back towards the end of the race, right? So
yeah,
you never want to do anything too rash when you're defending like that.
So we just got, who was it? Was it somebody just got a penalty, and I forget now. That was Mario?
Mario, I believe, yeah.
So we
Mario
have
and Jinnit both out of the picture at the front.
Yep, they both have 6 seconds. And Sniper has 3, Zems has 3, Rex has 3, and then Carson and Toblerone have 6.
The craziest thing here is that Verts is almost within range to actually jump ahead of Jinnit if he can get that 6-second gap under control.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if he is carrying any damage right now. Can I ask a question here? An honest question. Oh, there's Lunar out of the race.
Oh, no.
That's probably a safety car again. And that's
safety car is out. Yep.
We're going to have a full shootout to the end on softs, I believe, now.
CAA's got to get the hell off those fucking hard tires.
Yeah.
Everybody, you're right. Everybody has to get off their tires because...
You know what? I got to say... Verts, man, this is gonna work out for him. He's gonna get a chance to redeem, not like he did anything wrong, but a chance to take that win that he probably deserved, really.
Or at least the lead that he would have perhaps had gotten.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. If he hangs in within 5 seconds of CAA, Jinnit and Mario are carrying 6 seconds of penalty. I think that's a lock penalty. I think that's at least a 5-second penalty. It's pretty much a lock. I would think Verts get the win, and the safety car is what's going to help him get back into contention for that. So, I think he needs to follow suit. Whatever the drivers ahead do, you got to do. You got to be on the same tire. I think it'd be foolish for anybody to not pit to softs at this stage.
You already got 3 drivers on him.
Yeah, I think you have to. So, I was saying something right before that crash happened. I was going to say, so, do you remember we took off floor damage and rear wing damage? Do you think CAA makes that move to defend if he could still damage his floor? Because he clearly put his car right into another car, right?
Boy, that's tough. When I was I was on board. I think I was on board with Verts when that happened, and
knowing that you're not going to get any damage by doing that, does it make it more enticing to do it in the moment? I'm not saying that he's a dirty driver or anything, but
oh no, I'm trying to answer you truthfully, and I'm trying to go back and remember what I was seeing. They were side by side, so I don't think that I'm concerned about my rear wing or underbody. I mean, I don't know, the side damage, pod.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, maybe I'd be thinking about that. Personally, if that were me, I'd be thinking I don't want to spin out. And I certainly don't want to take out the guy beside me. I would do everything I could to try to maintain the position as fairly as I could. And everybody's view of what is fair and isn't fair is different. So that's why we have stewards again. Oh, safety car is in this lap.
Yeah, I noticed Zamagos taking a gamble
Excuse
here.
me.
He stayed out.
Well, there's only 7 laps left, so excuse me. He from what we saw when
Zamagos punched it, and he got a good jump there.
excuse me.
This is going to be a really interesting finish, man. I'm excited for this. Especially with Zamagos as the cork in the bottle out front.
And it looks like he's going to let Seye go by.
I think he has to. He probably, even if he finishes third, he'll gain a lot compared to what the other guys had on him. But he's going to be getting picked apart here.
Yeah, as far as teammates go, he's going to be trying to drive with his elbows out as wide as he can, and you see him moving over to the middle right now. So, perfectly legitimate and reasonable strategy to try to keep somebody behind you. He's not blocking. So yeah, he's gonna, if he wants to help out his teammate in his own cause, really, he's got to really park himself in the middle of the track. And obviously he's going to lose positions, but he just doesn't want to fall too far.
Yeah, I didn't consider the fact that he may have done that to help Seye. I thought he was just trying to gamble for a win.
Well, you know what? I hadn't really considered that either. But he had to realize that there was no way he was going to hold back all these soft tire drivers. So
no, I'm sure he knew. He's holding on for now. I mean, this might be the only thing. This could be the difference between Vert's getting the win or not.
Yep. And so, and I think that, if I'm Seye, I'm really happy I got Zamagos behind playing the teammate, and he's doing a fantastic job right now.
Yep.
And behind them, jeez.
Oh no, Vert's. He's under serious pressure from Sniper now.
Yeah, there's a backlog of drivers over here that says, hey, if anybody going to make a pass over here? Because I want to get through.
Here comes Mario. I think he's got it this time.
Got the inside position, yeah.
And there goes Jinnit through as well. Dang, oh no, Zamagos got the power down. So Jinnit's going to have to wait. Jinnit probably has the run here.
No DRS. One more lap.
It's going to be dicey with these two.
Thank you, Jinnit.
Oh.
That would have been a tough one.
I think Jinnit was thinking, wait till I get the DRS and this is a done deal. So. Yeah,
exactly.
Oh no!
What happened?
Verts and Jinnit collided.
No.
I think Verts got into the back of Jinnit and they took them both out. I just think it was a breaking point thing. I don't think there was any. I don't think anyone was trying to make a move. I think it was just Verts ran out of road and ended up bumping into the back. Just
that
different
sucks.
lines through that corner, right?
That sucks.
And that's it, man. Zamagos basically just spoiled the race for those guys. If he hadn't stayed out, there's no way that those guys do that. There's no way that collision happens. It happened simply because Zamagos just sat there and frustrated them both.
I didn't realize Seye's incurred a penalty, so he's got 3 seconds.
Oh, and that's got to be, that is the final kick in the balls for Verts there, to find out that Seye now picked up a penalty as well, plus the 5 seconds he'll more than likely get from the stewards. I mean, ugh.
That's there's always, we have it every race. There's just something that happens that it sucks.
Yep.
It really, Jinnit and Verts really were looking to finish on the podium, and now they're looking to just get the points. Maybe
this is insane, but Zamagos is dangerously close to being on our podium tonight. Yeah, would have never guessed, but here he is. Because Sniper is 6 seconds. He's not going to finish ahead, even if he gets by.
Nope, you're right. Yep. Wow. Zem late to the party, but you know what? It might work out for him.
He just needs a good exit here, and I think he's going to be able to hold off Rex.
Well, he's got to do it for 2 laps, right?
Yeah, exactly. I just mean, I think if he can get through this lap, only dropping this one spot, I think he's going to be okay.
Okay, gotcha. He's got like 5% battery life, so what's Rex got? Rex is at 8%, so they're on par. And Rex just got another penalty.
Okay, so yeah, Zimoglis is...
So Rex gets 6 seconds.
For P3 right now. In fact, he's almost in range for P2. But I don't think Zimoglis is going to be able to maintain that gap. He's falling the wrong direction right now. So.
And I even if Seye were to get a penalty now, he's at that 5-second lead over Mario. I don't think that it would... I don't think it's going to have... I don't think it's going to... Go ahead.
Sorry, if Verts can close that gap he's got down just a bit, he might be able to jump a few spots here and get back into that top 5. I'm just doing the math quickly. I think it's possible if he can get it down to about a second.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. Everybody's bunched up again, so he's really... Let me see. From the leader, Verts is 13 seconds behind... I'm sorry, 14 seconds behind the leader. So he's only 9 seconds behind Mario. And Mario has 6 seconds in penalty. So he might jump up to P3... the way it looks right now. Verts, that is.
It's P3?
Yeah, because everybody in front of him has penalties, and he doesn't. So, for instance,
yeah,
Sniper has...
2 seconds.
I think Sniper...
2.5 plus 2.5 would be 5 seconds. I think the closest he can get is P5.
So, so, let's see. Mario and Sniper have 6 seconds. Rex has 6. Jinnit has 9. Only Zimoglis has 3. So... Oh, Verts has fallen behind Lightbud? Really? Lightning Bud?
Yeah,
How'd that happen?
He must have made a mistake. I did see a yellow flag.
Oh man. There goes my prediction.
There was an all-time frustrating night, man. I like from someone who probably deserved to win the race to being the last finishing car. That has got to be really painful. Really, really painful. So Mario is going to drop back. I think Zimoglis is going to get a P2 here. Yeah. Nope, not quite. P3 for Zem by half a second. Sniper will bring it home 4th. He will keep those points. He's a full-time reserve. Rex brings it home 5th. Jinnit will be 6th. Carson 7th. Sorry, Lighting Bud is 7th. Carson will actually get 7th. And then Verts will get P8 once we take out Lighting Bud, because he won't count. So. All right, GP, we got 4 minutes for interviews.
4 minutes? I'll be very fast. One question for each.
It doesn't matter if you go over, but I'm just...
oh, no.
Yeah, we're buttoned up on the 9:30 mark.
I will not linger.
Okay, we got Seye, Mario, Zem. That's going to be our top 3, so let me get those invites out. You know, even if Seye gets 5-second penalty, still keeps the win.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he's 9 seconds ahead of Mario. So, Seye, Mario's on. You have Mario?
I do. Hold on a second. I'm trying to frickin' turn this music crap off. Oops, I do. I'm sure I have Mario.
I've got Zimoglis, and then I'll do Seye as well if you want to grab Mario.
Trying to get there. Come on, get the fuck out of this. Okay, let's see if I can... You want me to get Mario? Is that what you said? Add player. Okay. I have that fast guy in here somewhere. I just passed Circe's name. I'm gonna have to reach out to him and let him know that I'm sorry. Bigga was giving me the wrong info. Mario. Yeah, you should have known. Fucking GP. Come on. All right, I got. All right, I got the invite out to Mario. Hopefully that gets through. All right, that was. Yep. Yeah, I'm just gonna say, you know, go. Zem, go. All right, there we got Say, and then we got Zem. All right, so let's we're gonna start off right away. Zemoglis, congratulations. How do you feel?
Compared to how I felt before I started, but I didn't expect to be there at all.
Good job. So take us through your race, where you know your highs and lows.
Well, I got shit, might even have been Mario. I don't know. I tried to get in there on the wall of champions on some of the levels, and I thought my race was over there. Then a safety car came out at the perfect time. My back drove into the pits right away, and when the second safety car came out, fucking I think Say was already in there, so I knew it was going to be time anyway. So I decided to gamble for it, stay on the medium tires. Then I saw he was behind me, and then I tried to hold everybody up for him.
Well, you did a great job. Bigga and I were trying to surmise whether that's what was going on or not, but you did a fantastic job. Kept the elbows out a little bit, drove right down the middle of the track, helped your team out a great deal. Where did you start? What position? I forget.
I think
P9. All right, so yeah, P3. That's great job. You kind of stayed out of trouble for the most part. And did you start on the hards or the mediums?
I went to a hard medium.
The hard medium. Okay. All right. Well, so yeah.
I don't think CA wins that race without you staying out there and holding the pack up there. So yeah, I didn't. I saw he was right behind me, so I just tried to find the car going into turn 3, I think it was, and just let him go by. Yeah, great stuff. I didn't even think that was what you were trying to do. I was like, man, it's like he's just all of a sudden he's there to really just spoil the race for a lot of guys behind because they were all in striking distance. So yeah, honestly, I thought like once I couldn't hit and I was on the mediums and I saw he was behind me, I thought my race was fucked. Yeah. All right.
Well, good job. Congratulations, Zem. Thanks for being here tonight, and we hope to see you again on Monday. We'll wait for you again. Sound good? Sound good? Well, all right. Well, I'm glad it worked out for you. We'll see you next week, buddy. All right. So, Mario, how are you, buddy?
Pretty good.
How'd your race go for you? I know you finished P2, but I mean, take us through your race, the ups and downs, the surprises.
It was intense, man. That whole thing was intense. I think I was within DRS or someone behind me or in front of me for 35 straight So I think it was really just trying not to make a mistake. I was already pretty mad at myself for taking a lot of warnings early on, and I think I got like 3 of them in the span of 2 laps into my second penalty.
Hmm.
So I was really worried about that because I know that's huge on this track. And I think I got really lucky in the end with whatever happened behind me because I thought my podium chances were gone. And all of a sudden, Simon was telling me I got a good gap and 2 guys spun. So got a little lucky and came out with P2.
Yeah. So your strategy, I think you started. You started on the hards, right?
Yeah, I started on the hard.
Yeah. So what was your reasoning behind that?
Um, Honestly, I just had a feeling there wasn't going to be an early safety car. If I thought there was going to be an early safety car, maybe to go mediums a bit early to the hards, but I had a feeling there wouldn't be one till later on. And there was one in the middle where it really wouldn't have affected either tire I started, but I also wanted to be on the better tires towards the end of the race to
Hmm.
maybe help me avoid some warnings because I knew that was going to be big at the end with worse tires, and I didn't really want old hards at the end trying to outpace people and take a couple more warnings than I needed to.
Hmm. Yeah. So this race worked out a little differently than last week's, where I think you said that you got your first warning like late in the race last week, if I remember right.
Very different.
Yeah. So this time you picked them up early.
This is all on hard race for me. Invisible warnings, that's for sure. Belgium, if you're cutting the track, you're hitting a wall half the time or spinning. Canada, there's so many turns that you're on the limit and so close to getting warnings that I tend to just pick a lot of them up.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. Great job. Way to get through Canada. And that's another podium for you 2 weeks in a row. So that's going to do good for your points total on the season. So congratulations, first season in Tier 1, and you're scoring big.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now our race winner, say I can't even say ins forever. Congratulations, say how are you?
Exhausted.
Yeah.
A bit, what's the word I'm looking for? A bit, guilty. There we go.
A bit guilty. Why is that?
My collision with, Gunner Will,
Yeah.
mostly.
Was that turn 1? Is that where we're thinking? Okay. Oh, Gunnerwell is verts. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, all right. Yeah, that was tough. I was on board with verts as that was going on. It's hard for me to tell what exactly was going on. It seemed like you guys were side by side. I'm glad I'm not a steward, but it is what it is. And but anyhow, so you started out front, and what? So your strategy was soft. I'm sorry, medium to hard. What was going through your mind when you saw what was going on behind you in terms of what you could see other drivers with their tires, their tire strategy?
Well, I chose the mediums because I expected an early safety car or around the middle,
Yep.
early or middle. So I went for the mediums. I felt like it was a safe choice. And yeah, and I didn't feel too concerned about the people behind. There was a safety car then.
So correct me if I'm wrong here. I'm trying to recall. I believe that you boxed ahead of Janet, who was behind you, your first pit stop. Is that correct? Did I get that right?
Yeah, I did the overcut.
Okay, you did the overcut, and that worked out pretty darn good for you. You came out and you had, I forget who was between you now. Was it Carson or somebody between you and Janet after all that? And Bigga and I were like, oh, this is big. This is huge for say, and then the the safety car came out. What was going through your mind at that point?
I just have to box the salty hard. The hards were not good. I was struggling for pace, especially with the mediums behind. So I just had to go for the soft.
Did you feel it was a blessing? I mean, did you feel like that's exactly what you needed, or did you? I mean,
Yes.
yeah.
Because I knew like my collision with Burks was going to be a penalty to keep the
Well, say
a little bobble, and I think you were just kind of like not willing to give it up, and just, yeah, like,
they'll say
it's hard to just like let a guy go.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah, it sucks. It's the first turn, and I know that. I mean, from my point of view, again, I was on with him. You might have pinched him. I wasn't on board with you, so I couldn't really see. It's unfortunate. It really sucks. He spun, then he got hit. So I would suggest you reach out to him right away and apologize. everybody loves somebody who fesses up to if they feel they made a mistake. So
Yeah, it was definitely my fault. I didn't want him to. I didn't want that to happen. This is hard racing, and I didn't give him the room that he deserved.
yeah, well that.
Alongside.
Well, yeah, let him know. But great race overall. I mean, Big and I were fucking having a great time watching you guys. It was a lot of fun. It got kind of a little dicey after that incident there. It kind of really got shaken up. We were trying to strategize what might happen. That kind of jumbled up and didn't come to fruition. But overall, you guys gave us a great race. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm surprised I did this well around Canada. This track.
Bigga, anything for these podium drivers?
Oh, no, I'm good, sorry. That's why you handle it, man.
Well, I gotta hand it back to you at some point. All right, so okay, so congratulations, Zem, Mario, and Saya. Great job. Congratulations to everybody in Tier 1. Really, you guys gave us a great race. So congratulations to everybody that showed up, and hopefully everybody can make it next week because it's a lot of fun to watch you guys.
Yeah, hopefully next week's better for sure. Like, the holidays always make me nervous whenever we have a day, like a weekend day that we actually race on. So it's like really hit or miss. So, anyways, yeah. Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate it. And we got Tier 2 on Wednesday, and I pray to God we take off no assist here on Thursday. Definitely still need some drivers for that, but I think if the people that are signed up do show up, we should be able to run a race. So hopefully we can get the third screen up this week, and they'll be running on a schedule slightly behind. At least we won't have to race the same track or the same track twice in a week now because they'll be delayed. There was like a crossover point, I think it was Monza, that was going to be like doubled up on like Tier 1, Tier 2, and the Gnosis. Yeah, check out Wednesday, Tier 2 today, maybe there. Get somebody streaming it at the very least. And we'll be back next week for round 4. Where are we heading next week? We start the Asian City next week.
Is it It's not Singapore.
No, it's Singapore quite yet.
No.
Or maybe they're still in Europe. What's Bahrain? Bahrain, this is semi-Asian City. Alright, so Bahrain next week, and then we got Suzuka the week after that. So yeah, we'll be back 8 p.m. next Monday for Bahrain. Great night, everyone.
See you guys. You bet.
Get the wiener, please.